Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a great honor for me to share the ideas behind Alibaba Cloud database products. I would like to start the whole presentation by talking about a few customers' business growth. I believe it will help you to have a much better understanding of what is going on in China and what kind of challenges Alibaba Cloud is facing. When I was still a college student 10 years ago, I had to go to the railway station to buy tickets before each winter or summer vacation. Due to the complicated combination of railway stations where people depart or arrive, tickets quota for each railway station were pre-assigned according to experience. I had to stand in line at the railway station overnight while some of my relatives and friends were asked to do the same thing in another railway station. It's not difficult to imagine how inefficient it could be. For tens of millions of Chinese people doing the same thing in more than 5,000 railway stations across the whole country. 3 years ago, China Railway Department started to develop an internet ticket booking system. The new system takes full advantage of hybrid cloud technology and is able to provide ticket booking service to the whole country. Last year, the system managed to handle 56 billion daily page views and sell 388 million tickets during the Chinese traditional Spring Festival. I also found that people from different countries have very different opinions about spending money. Americans tend to spend money borrowed from banks in the forms of credit cards or loans, while Chinese tend to spend money saved by themselves before. Since Chinese are always saving money for large expenses like properties or cars, making more interest from the saving is always the first concern of Chinese people. The usual way is to put money into a time deposit account, but the interest is not very favorable. 5 years ago, Tianhong Fund and Alipay jointly launched the first ever internet fund product in China called Yuebao, which quickly caught the attention of Chinese people by offering them a better way to manage the wealth. Today, Tianhong Fund is already the largest fund company in China, having 300 million users and managing more than 1 trillion RMB. United States is known as a country on wheels, so is China. The difference is that China is on bicycle wheels. Bicycles are so popular in China, not only for outdoor exercising, but also for commuting. Although public transportation such as subway, taxi, bus are extremely developed recently, cycling is still the most realistic solution to the last mile problem. However, the user experience is highly undermined when people have to rent public bicycles from specific places and return them to another specific place. What makes it even worse is people have to ride 3 miles to locate an idle parking spot in rush hours. 3 years ago, OFO launched a bicycle sharing service which allows people to rent or return bicycles anytime, anywhere. Over 10 million OFO bicycles equipped with IoT devices have been deployed to 250 cities in 20 countries, even including Paris. To the 200 million OFO users, cycling has never been so convenient. People like Twitter. Take President Trump, for example. He has 50 million followers and has replied like 40,000 times on Twitter. Justin Bieber followers on Twitter are near 100 million and has tweeted like 30,000 times. The reposts of each tweet from them are between 20,000 to 200,000. Weibo is a counterpart of Twitter in China, which may has a greater influence. Last year, Chinese movie star Lu Han announced his relationship with another movie star on Weibo, which had 1 billion reads and 1 million reposts only within 24 hours. Such kind of events put lots of pressure on the IT infrastructure behind the system. I can keep going on and on with more reference cases, but I guess all of you understand what I'm trying to say here. Alibaba Cloud Database has 200,000 running instances and 100,000 paying customers right now. Some of them are growing pretty fast. A startup can become a unicorn in only 2 years, and then become a giant that may affect the whole country in 5 years. The greatest challenge Alibaba Cloud Database facing is to provide the database products based on a unified platform to the companies in diverse industries which have various scenarios. Challenges are great. The improvements and innovations Alibaba Cloud Database has done are even greater. The first one is compatibility. Product compatibility is very obvious to all of the users. However, some of the cloud vendors choose to ignore it. The first Alibaba Cloud Database product, RDS for MySQL 5.1, was released in 2011. In the next 6 years, Alibaba Cloud database has covered almost all of the most popular relational databases, NoSQL databases, search engines, including MySQL, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, PPAS, Memory Cache, Redis, MongoDB, HBase, and Elasticsearch. Furthermore, Alibaba Cloud Database is going to support MariaDB this year. Compatibility means the users can find the database products they would like to use on Alibaba Cloud without modifying the application source code or the way they manage the database on premises. The second one is about cost effectiveness. Alibaba Cloud Database products are typical platform as a service product. Based on Alibaba Cloud powerful infrastructure, we try our best to provide users with the most optimized database kernel and practical management functions. For new users, we offer free trial of the database products to help them to find the right ones. For the existing users, we offer basic, standard, and enterprise editions to meet the different price, reliability, and scalability requirements of a test environment and production environment and core production environment. The third one is about extreme performance. Alibaba Cloud is not only a database reseller, but also a database vendor. Users can easily find open source databases and commercial databases on Alibaba Cloud, as well as several unique database products. The underlying technologies have been tested by every year's Double 11 shopping festival and proven to perform astonishingly under certain scenarios. For example, the NoSQL database table store. stores data for Alibaba's mailing system and also the metadata for the big data product max compute. The QPS of table stock can reach 2 million with an average response time of 1.75 milliseconds. The time series database, HiTSDB, has been widely used by Alibaba's monitoring system. Metrics per second of HiTSDB can reach 20 million with a batch write response time less than 10 milliseconds. The search engine, OpenSearch, supports Alibaba's logistics system. The response time of OpenSearch is less than 10 milliseconds, when the number of records stored inside of OpenSearch is 350 billion. These technologies, database technologies, are now open to the whole world through Alibaba Cloud. As a top cloud service vendor, Alibaba Cloud has some great ideas about making a cloud-native database better. We are planning to put more resource into following features. Well, the first one is serverless. Cloud computing has changed the way engineers plan and implement infrastructure such as CPU, memory, disk, and network. Serverless will take it one step further. A typical business life cycle consists of 3 stages: introduction, growth, maturity, with ups and downs. Subscription and pay-as-you-go allows user to adjust resource capacity from time to time, but both of them have disadvantages. First of all, users have to set resource capacity before they really use it. The resource capacity cannot adapt to the unanticipated business growth automatically. Secondly, resource capacity levels are defined by cloud service providers rather than the actual users. Users are paying more than they need. Serverless can solve all of these problems, but there is still a long way for database to go. HTAP is another popular concept recently. OLTP database is designed for mission-critical transactional system. It handles traffic and frequent data modification very well. OLAP database is designed for multi-dimensional and analytical system. It handles aggregation on large volume of data very well. OLTP and OLAP database are different to customers, but the truth is most of the data in OLAP database come from OLTP database. People waste way too much time and space to perform ETL between OLTP and OLAP databases. HTAP will be the final answer, which eliminates data copies and offers the real-time analysis. Okay. Artificial intelligence, or so-called augmented intelligence, is a very popular topic. Researchers have different opinions about the scope of AI technology, and the real-world application need further discussion. However, there's no doubt to use AI in the scenario of system diagnosis and self-healing. Nowadays, the application architectures are becoming more and more complicated. Although cloud computing has kept lots of unnecessary information to itself, finding the root cause of system failure still requires a lot of work. Unfortunately, Human brain is not designed for detailed monitoring data. That's why we need smart tools for troubleshooting. It will be even better if the tools can automatically handle the system failures. Database is the heart of an IT system. If database is smart enough to detect the failures and heal itself, system could be so much more reliable. Alibaba Cloud has developed technology to tune database parameters, optimize indexes, SQL, tables, spaces automatically. We believe database will be more and more intelligent in the future. Okay. During the last decades, most of the applications were built on relational databases. When data size or traffic increased dramatically, developers chose to run away from relational database. Some of them are using so-called middleware technology, and the others are using NoSQL or NewSQL databases. But no matter which database technology is used, developers have to give up some important database features that are essential to business, such as maybe the most important one is SQL compatibility. If you are suffering from the database you are using, we sincerely suggest you to try out PoloDB. It has 100% MySQL compatibility and supports large data volume up to 100 terabytes and performs extremely well on the OLTP workload. My presentation is almost finished. Now let's welcome the architect from Alibaba Cloud database team, Mr. Cai Songlu, to give more details about the design and the implementation of PoloDB. Thank you.